Thank you for joining us again for the PIC Connection Podcast. I am Anna, and we have our guest host today, Colin.
Hi, everyone.
And we have our new CEO and president, Ms. Shawan.
Hello.
All right, so we're going to learn a little bit about Ms. Shawan today and where she wants her vision of the company to go. You excited? We're going to just
You going right into the meat of it.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about where you went to school and some of your degrees that you've done.
Okay. Well, I went to California University of Pennsylvania. That's where it all began. I would say some of it began there, but there I earned my bachelor's in business administration. And then 2 years later, I got my master's in business administration.
Very cool. And you have
Yeah, so I was Cal graduate 2015.
Was I supposed to drop my year?
No, just, you'll have to drop your year. I'm just saying, yeah. But no, I went for education, so different study. But got my bachelor's, and definitely a really nice campus. A lot of changes since I've been there. Since
Definitely since I've been there.
Oh.
But you said you're in education field, right?
Yeah.
And I started out in education. I started out secondary ed.
No, that was early childhood. No?
Secondary ed.
Secondary
Started
ed.
out in secondary education, and then I switched to sociology, the social work. And then I was like, I landed in business.
So you flip-flopped your major a few times? Like,
yeah. Yes, I
couldn't do that. Yeah, no, definitely.
I went for something more flexible.
Okay.
Because I felt secondary ed, when you go into education, you're like, that's usually that track.
Yeah.
Not too much flexibility. Then when I went to social work, I was like, oh, this would be nice, but again, it wasn't flexible enough. So business, my concentration in business was computer-based systems management. So I can go the computer avenue, or I can stay straight business.
So do you change your majors all within because I know, what is it, they say 3 semesters you should, have it kind of down what you want to do?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I would say probably by the time I got halfway through my sophomore year, I would say I knew what I wanted to do, and I landed into business and followed that track through all the way to my master's.
Nice.
And you were also part of the basketball team, correct?
Yes, that's what got me there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's part of the women's basketball team. Started for 3 out of my 4 years.
Wow.
Never missed a game the whole time I started. Yeah, that's a really big thing, because my senior year, I actually tore my meniscus in my knee. So I was getting my knee drained and everything before every game, but I still never missed a game. So finished out my whole career, scored over 1,000 points, grabbed over 600 somewhat rebounds, and I think I led one of the season in block shots. So
yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so now that we know a little bit about you and your history, let's talk about your history with PIC. Now, you started out in 2003.
Yes.
See, I did my research.
You did your research. I started out in 2003 as a case management specialist with the program we know as EARN now, Employment Advancement Protection Network, but back then it was called SPOC, Single Point of Contact.
Nice.
I started out as a case manager with that program. That was the Welfare to Work programs. And then in 2005, I moved up to EARN coordinator. And then in 2009, I went to project supervisor. Then 2012, I took a big jump, took a big leap of faith, and I left the workforce division and jumped over to our early childhood division and became the director of Head Start Early Head Start programs. And from there, I became, in 2017, vice president of early childhood. So taking over not only Fayette, but also Beaver and all of our pre-K programs. And then, 2019, I moved to Chief Operating Officer. Was over everything. And now I'm really over everything.
You're the big cheese. That's cool, though. It's very interesting to see how you've been able to work yourself up in the company and be so experienced in all the different areas. And so it's good because, some people, it's very important to them because that you understand what they're going through and how everything works.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's the hard thing, like when you try to explain our program, and even when this position came open, it was kind of hard to even think that someone from the outside being able to come in and do it, because we do so much. We have over 24
Oh my Lord.
24 programs. And a lot of different programs broken down into 3 divisions with education, workforce, early childhood, and then this is a lot to learn. And then we expand out all the counties. I mean, we serve Washington, Fayette, Westmoreland, Beaver, Allegheny County.
We're in Washington County
with our Dad's Matter program.
Oh, wow.
I
didn't know that stretched out to Washington.
Our Dad's Matter program services Washington, Fayette, Westmoreland, and now Beaver.
Very exciting.
Definitely exciting.
Yeah.
That's why if you notice in our on our website, we say Southwestern PA, because to just say Westmoreland, Fayette, we're so much more than that.
We have such a huge footprint.
Yeah, I remember my first day of my internship, Alec brought me into his office to tell me about everything that PIC does, and I did a little bit of research before. It was like a 30-minute meeting, and we only covered the bare minimum. And I was like, oh my Lord. But that's what makes PIC so exciting.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to move on to your vision of the company. What would you say your vision would be?
I like what you have written on your sheet.
The thing that you said? Yeah, that one? Okay, you wanna read it for us?
You can read it, go ahead, and I'll explain it.
So it says, I will continue PIC's mission through the lens of diversification and funding, service delivery, staffing, and education and training.
Yes, so it sounds really big, but it's really the key thing is diversification. And so when you said our service delivery, I would say that this COVID pandemic has already propelled us in that direction for the diversification of our services, because at that point we still had a lot of what I call stationary computers. So it kind of kept you in one seat, in one place, and it limited our services. So when I say diversification of our services, the first thing that required, and we have done, is giving all our staff mobile devices, computers, surfaces, laptops. So yes, like what Colin has there right there today, because then from that, we can meet with our customers, whether it be face-to-face or virtually, using FaceTime or Zoom, all those other popular virtual tools that we have that Colin takes the time to make sure that we are thoroughly trained on.
Definitely want to make sure everything's running smooth.
Right. So that was another big thing. Also, with our career links, they kind of started this probably about a year ago when they started instituting what they call mobile career links. Where they were going out into the community, like the libraries and all that, and meeting with customers to enroll them on Job Gateway, or, help work on their cover letter, resumes, whatever it was. So they kind of started it, and it was just like, we just need to take that leap, okay, let's see what it looks like in every division. So even right now, our early childhood division, they're offering services virtually for some of our families who are not comfortable with sending their kids back to the standard classroom. So those types of options are there for early childhood. And then right now with our EARN and all those, the other programs, again, they're doing job search, job readiness classes virtually. They're doing what they call the EARN Corner, that type of stuff. So when I say diversification of services, that is exactly what I mean. Let's go beyond the brick and the mortars and getting out there in the community and delivering the services and the option that is comfortable for our participants and comfortable for us from a health and safety point of view.
Yeah.
So the other one you had mentioned was, I'll save that one for last, was the education and training. This is looking at our private school, Education Technology Institute, looking at increasing our training programs through them. As we know, we just recently launched our driver's education training. Yay! Yay! So those who are listening, you know, someone who needs their permit or they need their driver's license, look us up, go to our website, sign up. That will be great. But the other thing was looking at offering credit-bearing courses through known universities. So obviously this is partnering with local colleges and university to be a either on-site or virtual programming center. And not only offer that services to the customers that we serve, but also open it up to maybe even our staff who wants to continue their education.
Nice.
So how great would it be to earn while you learn?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So, exactly, right?
Your mind is blown.
Right, because, you know, when I started, even though I left the date out, when I started with the Private Industry Council, I was still working on my master's degree. So I was, you know, going to Uniontown, doing my case management and rushing back to Cal U to do my evening classes. How great would it have been if I could have did that on site, you know, finish my work, go over to the next room and work on my master's degree.
And there's so many universities out in this area.
Right. And a lot of them are even looking at this options. I mean, you see a lot of the universities are starting to come together and merge.
Like, Cal U and who else is
Clarion, and I think, was it Edinburgh?
Yeah, Edinburgh.
Nice.
They're all talking about, you know, combining into one school and just being under like one administration. So kind of like what Penn State does with all their like
their branch campuses and stuff like that.
Right. So that is part of my vision.
Definitely has me thinking like, you know, people, especially in my field, since like we're a nonprofit, we're a business, you know, even though like my background's in technology education, like, you know, how can I get business involved with that and like taking classes on that? It's definitely got to be like in my head, you know?
Right. The other part of diversity is with the diversification of our funding, looking at ways, one, I want to definitely increase our youth programs. I think those are like, you know, we've been in the youth program for many, many years, offering, you know, experience work, or at one time it was called work experience. But looking at how can we increase those programs, not even just for that age group, but also increase in our early childhood. How great would it be if mom can come in and drop their kid off in the early childhood center and then go and attend our Education Technology Institute training, looking at stuff like that. But again, even in looking at it in that point of view, that also benefits maybe some of our staff who have young children that, you know, I can come to work, I can drop my kids off in the early childhood center and then go and do my work for the day and know that my child is safe and here with me. Diversification funding.
Wow.
So the last one, which we have started, was diversifying our workforce. And just recently, we started our diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings, utilizing the care-based leadership program. I think we had all the management got trained so far. We had our Beaver County group go through the training this week. And next will be our Fayette County group and then our other PIC programs. And pretty much when you look at that whole thing, it's so broad, but my overall vision is that, you know, I don't want everyone who works for me to look and think just like me. If I can have a diverse group, like you and I may not always agree. When you view something, you see it differently. When you view something, you see it differently, because different point of view bring about new opportunities.
Yeah, definitely.
And, and looking at that so we can look at other programs that we can add to our umbrella. Again, we reach, as we already established, we reach very far from Washington, PA to Beaver, Allegheny, Fayette, Westmoreland. If we can expand our services, how much more impactful will we be? And, and that, diversity looks at, diversity in age groups, diversity in background, culture, experiences, education, all those things to help increase the quality of our programs and increase the services that we offer.
Yeah.
So that's my vision of diversification.
That's very exciting. It's really exciting to see that kind of stuff come to life, like eventually with your leadership and where PIC is going to head out in the next couple of years.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to get some fun stuff going then. What's a fun fact you would like to tell PIC viewers about yourself?
Fun fact. Well, you already told basketball.
There's got to be more than one fun fact about you.
Well, I would say when I was growing up, I was known for singing.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually, when I played basketball in high school, I would go over, sing the national anthem, and then go get in the starting lineup and go play ball.
So at our next function,
No.
national anthem.
No, I said used to. Used to. In the past.
Don't sing anymore.
I do, but probably I don't do a lot of solos, I would say.
All right.
Part of the choir.
There you go.
I mean, the other fun fact about me is that I'm an ordained elder in my church,
Very cool.
and I also am a Sunday school teacher.
Nice. See, there's more fun facts about
There's
you.
more fun facts about me.
Yeah.
Just a few, not too many. As you get older, you lose a lot of those little things, and you become a mother.
That's fun.
Yes. I'm a mother of 3, and my life outside of work revolves around them. From basketball to, time to play Monopoly.
No, what you're saying is no downtime.
No downtime. No downtime. Nope. None at all.
Mothers very rarely have downtime.
Right.
Yeah.
See.
All right. So is there anything you have to ask us or anything else you want to talk about?
Yes. What would you guys like to see over the next couple of years? I mean, you guys are fairly new to the agency. I know Colin's a couple years in.
I'm getting there.
A couple years in. I mean, you're well grounded. You're just coming in.
I'm the baby of the group.
I guess like where I'd like to see the organization go would be, kind of just, it's going to be technology. But just like, just getting like, I guess it's more or less like a goal for me is just making sure that everyone's able, to use a computer that, it's a tool that you have to use now for your job. At anywhere you go, there's a computer, some form of technology. Just making sure everyone's like savvy enough. I'm not saying IT professionals. I don't want people to take my job, but just be able to use their computers. That and even like expanding like the way that we're reaching out to the community, through virtual services, through like like you said, the mobile career links and like how we can do that with like Head Start, Dads Matter, but even like, as far as getting like what we do out to the community through like podcasts, or if we were doing like, get more viewers on YouTube or, Spotify, wherever. I think we can really, make a huge difference out there.
Right, re-educating the community on like, hey, we're here and we have a lot of services that can help you.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting thing. Colin and I do have something in common.
Yeah.
We do. We are both Head Start kids.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a picture of me circulating out there.
There are no pictures of me circling. No, I'm sure my mother probably has those pictures, but there are no pictures circling for me.
Yeah, me at the standing outside of the school bus.
I do remember that. Yeah.
With my backpack, and it says Division of Private Industry Council on the school bus. So,
he actually came through our Fayette County Head Start program. I'm Allegheny, so I don't know who was the grantee at that time.
Yeah.
But,
Very Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you next time on PIC Connection Podcast. Have a good week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.